From the theme park capital of the world, Orlando, Florida, this is the Theme Park Podcast. Wait, podcast? Isn't this on the radio? Why does everything gotta be so messy on this station? Anyway, here's your hosts, Dickerman, Jimmy D, and Scott Harris.
Hey there, and welcome to the Theme Park Podcast. Dickerman here. There is Jimmy D.
What's going on, fellas?
And Scott Harris.
Hello?
Scott Harris, it looks to me like you went to a theme park this week.
I did. I went to Epcot for the Epcot International Festival of the Arts 2025.
AKA the Figment Festival is basically what this thing is, right?
Yes, exactly. My festival, my guy.
All for you, all for Figment.
Yeah, went on Sunday, and you know what? Busy.
Really? You don't say.
Busy. You know why? Beautiful weather.
Mm-hmm. Was that the first day of the festival?
No, second week.
Okay, all right, yes, because somebody was telling me they went recently when the festival just kicked off, and I don't remember, what day they went, but they said, it was busy, but rides weren't long because everybody was enjoying the festival.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the rides were kind of busy because so many of them are closed there right now.
Oh, are they?
Well, Test Track's closed.
I don't like that.
And
you don't like Test Track?
I don't like that it's closed.
Oh.
It's going to be closed for a few more months.
I don't like that.
Guardians is a virtual queue.
I don't like that.
I know you really
more.
don't like that.
I despise that.
I think Nemo was 30 minutes. When we got to the park, Figment was a 35-minute wait.
Okay.
So
that's a long time for Figment.
Yeah.
Figment's not usually that long.
But Living with the Land, 10-minute wait.
Ah, it's a great one.
I know.
It's a great one.
Because together...
I'm sure they didn't have any of the Christmas stuff still up, did they?
No.
This far out? Yeah, they're not me. They took that stuff down already.
But when I went to Animal Kingdom not too long ago, it was like 2 weeks ago,
They still had it out?
Christmas carols were still playing in the park.
All right, I got to tell you guys, I am now running Animal Kingdom. That's me. I'm sorry. It'll stay up till March.
Can you fix the Yeti for Expedition Everest then?
No, but I can hang a string of Christmas lights on them if you like.
Okay, I mean, honestly, you should just do that.
They'll go through July at
and
least.
if you have him, flash, I feel like that will give the effect that he's moving.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
Could you just maybe, I don't know, one of those Star Wars spinny things that they sell at the fireworks time? Just go up there and stick one in his hand, so at least there's some kind of motion.
just rattle him. Just put one of those massage guns up there, so it shakes around a little bit.
Idea. Since you're in charge of this, can you just get inside the suit and move it yourself?
No, I'm in charge of Epcot. No, I don't have time for that. Son of a gun.
But yeah, so I went, and I can run through the things that I ordered.
Okay, yeah. You see, you had alcoholic beverages or foods?
Go to the sweet stuff. I want to hear about the sweets.
Well, let's see. First, I got the frozen French martini from France.
Okay, that sounds Frenchy.
Which there was a family in front of me that ordered 8 of the chocolate escargot.
Ew, that is disgusting. What is wrong with them?
Yeah, and it was like a whole family, kids and everything. It's like.
Blech.
Also, can I just say?
Have you ever had escargot?
Absolutely not, and I never will. It's snails, bro.
You're such a child.
It's snails.
It's delicious.
Do you want me
I'm
to
not eating snails.
Do you want me to read you the ingredients?
Yeah, please.
Chocolate mousse flourless cake, citrus coulis, almond chocolate coating, and a dark chocolate decoration. What do you know what you don't hear in that?
Snails.
Exactly. It's a dessert item.
Oh, so there's no snails in it?
No, not in this.
Okay, I'd eat that then.
No, you wouldn't.
Does it look like a snail?
Probably.
Okay.
Can I just say, though, if you're getting in line for food or drink at Epcot, or really any place, and you're a family of 8...
Just send one.
Yes!
Just send one. Or maybe 2 in case you need extra hands.
Or have them wait by the end where you pick up the food.
Another good point.
It's just backing up the line.
And if you're a family of 8, please do not stand shoulder to shoulder.
Well, or
you're just going to you're going to block the entire walkway.
Or if you're in line together, don't spread out where you take up a whole section of the line.
Honestly, I don't mind that because that just means one order and they all just go right through the line and it speeds everything up.
But it's I just want to get through this. And at one point, I was in direct sunlight, so it was beating down on my face.
I'll walk right in between them when they're shoulder to shoulder, blocking a pathway. I'll just walk right in between, break up the entire family.
Well, also at one point, the dad and one of the daughters started to get into an argument.
Oh, that happens a lot.
Yeah, all I could think is I wish I had headphones to pop in.
Yeah, I don't want to hear this.
Okay, over in the Encanto Cocina, in between France and Morocco, got the chorizo and potato empanada.
Sounds good.
Delicious. And the spicy ajijo soup, which, considering it was in the 60s, best soup I've ever had.
Okay.
Spicy, had a bit of corn inside of it. It was so good. It was delicious.
Okay.
Didn't get anything actually in Morocco. Japan, the line was too long.
I'm convinced nobody buys anything in Morocco. The food's always weird.
You don't like kebabs?
I don't know.
You don't like avocado coconut custard tart?
No.
Do you like hummus?
No.
Okay, then yeah, you
Look
probably
at me.
won't like
Do I like
anything.
hummus?
Then you probably don't. You probably wouldn't like anything. How about this? I didn't get this, but I thought about you when I saw it. The cotton candy funnel cake,
Yeah, I'd try that.
topped with powdered sugar, vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, pink and purple sugar dusting, and cotton candy crunch.
Yeah.
You know what it is, Dickerman? I think.
Diabetes.
No, you don't like fresh food. You only want like highly processed garbage.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like highly processed garbage, but I do appreciate
What's
fresh
the
food.
last fresh thing that you've eaten?
Chicken.
Fresh.
Chicken breast.
Like you found a chicken, you
Killed it.
caught it.
Killed it, yeah, and no. As fresh as I get is a chicken breast that I have to cook from raw. That's as fresh as it gets.
But like you didn't get it from the freezer section, right?
No,
Oh,
from
okay.
the cold section, you know.
Okay. That's pretty
No,
good.
because like you go through all these things and you're like, no, 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 and then you're like, do you want this mountain of garbage? Yes.
You telling me you wouldn't eat that mountain of garbage either?
Oh no, I definitely wouldn't.
All right.
It would be all over my face and shirt.
Over in the American Adventure, the Deviled Egg Trio,
Okay.
which is pimento cheese, green goddess, and BLT.
Well, that's not bad.
They were
That sounds wonderful.
They were all three really good. Then got the hummingbird cake,
Okay.
banana and pecan cake topped in cream cheese icing with caramel sauce and warm pineapple compote.
Yes, please.
I didn't have any of that. It doesn't really speak to me that much.
I'd try it.
There was a hazelnut s'more cannoli that we thought about getting, but the line in Italy was way too long.
Yeah.
Didn't get anything in Germany, but have you ever been to the restaurant in Germany?
I've gotten a big
Yes.
pretzel there, but I don't think I've been to the restaurant.
The restaurant's huge.
Oh yeah, and
I had never been into it before that day.
yeah, they do a performance like every 15 minutes.
Oh,
And they
okay, I
play,
didn't know that. Yeah.
the guys come out and they get the giant like horn and they play some polka music.
On the way to Mexico, at the Mexico stand, stopped into Norway.
Did you get a school bread?
No, but everyone in line did.
Yes.
And we learned an inherent flaw in that food stand.
What is it?
You order food from somebody that then just relays that to another person.
Yes.
What does she do?
I don't know.
Why can't she speed the process along?
That's just how they do it in Norway. Okay, that's their process.
No, got a boozy coffee.
Okay.
A boozy cold brew from there.
You've never had the school bread, right?
No, because no one peer pressured me into
I
getting
feel
it.
like have you had it, Jimmy?
No.
Why have you guys never had the school bread?
Because nobody peer pressured us like what happened to you.
I'm peer pressuring you. I've been
I
peer
haven't been
pressuring you
able
for
to
at least a
find it.
decade. You got to go to Norway.
Last time I went there, they're like, we have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Then in Mexico, got the carne asada, which
yes.
was delicious.
Yeah.
A croquette, also delicious.
Was there ham involved?
Chicken chorizo croquette in chipotle salsa with chipotle aioli, avocado mousse, and truffle oil.
Wow, there's a lot going on there.
A lot going on there. And then the Natilla de Maiz corn, which is a creamy corn custard with caramelized sugar on top.
Interesting.
It was very good.
I want to try that.
It was delicious.
At what point did you take a loan out from your bank for all these things you enjoyed?
You know, the thing is, I had like a Disney gift card, $100. I still have money left over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
So not a bad day. And did Living with the Land and Figment.
Okay.
So
It's pretty solid day out there at Epcot. The weather is nice, so people
the weather
are
was
gonna be
gorgeous.
coming out. Yeah.
The weather was gorgeous.
I saw it when it was super cold the other week, and like the park was empty. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Did you see any new festival merchandise that was just like you gotta have?
Well, actually, speaking of that, went into Communicore Hall, which is the public, mockery place. It's so well done right now when there's a festival going on.
Oh.
Well, during Christmas they had the giant Epcot ball that was made out of gingerbread in there.
So for this, because it's the Festival of the Arts, they have all of these costumes and props from all the Disney Broadway shows
cool.
inside of there. So when there's something going on, it's a great area, but when there's not, it looks like a...
It's cornhole. It's basically cornhole.
Well, no. That's the outside part. The inside part just looks like a mall food court.
Oh, okay.
Where it's just these empty tables.
Oh, yes, I have been there. I forgot I was there before. I no longer had passes.
Have you guys, did you see like an influx of pin traders inside the park? And they were like all hanging out outside of that one pin store?
Yes, but I've always seen that. I feel like I've always seen, though.
Oh, because I remember when you used to have the pin, like the pin center that was right in the... right outside the ball instead of under it, you'd see people at tables and stuff. But this has been why don't they shuffle those folks over to Communicore Hall?
I think because there's so much, because there's like a stage over there, there's seating over there, there's walkway. I think they're just trying to contain all of that to one area, is my guess. I don't know.
You don't do pin trading anymore, do you, Jimmy? Do you still pin trade?
My wife does.
Okay. I got some pins at the house if she needs any. She runs low. They may or may not be scrappers. I don't know.
Can we trade him for a pin?
It better be a good pin.
I just want to see what we get for you. It could just be like a pin that just says pin.
No,
I bet you we could trade a Thirstbreaker for a good pin.
Oh.
I've got pins from the opening of Animal Kingdom, which every once in a while will bust one out and really confuse the cast members.
What was that like?
I wasn't there, but I got it from my neighbor across the street from my dad who was there, and she gave us like the opening, weekend pins.
How long ago was that when that opened up?
I don't know. It was like 90-something, I guess.
1999, I think it was.
There you go.
What was that like?
99?
Yeah.
That was a great year.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. We were waiting for 2000, thinking it was going to be Doomsday. It was great.
Did you guys have like cars and stuff back then?
Oh, yeah, we had cars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have to like wind them up?
No, just the windows.
What?
Just the windows.
What do you mean the windows? There's a button.
I had to crank them.
I'm shocked that you had windows.
In my car?
Yeah, doesn't it just have like the canvas roof and then like the one
There's the hole. There's the hole for Dino.
Oh.
Yeah, and like
Jimmy and I are like very close in age. Scott is a mystery. His age. We don't know how old Scott is.
I actually reverse engineered Scott, and I know how old he is.
Oh, good.
I want to know how you did that.
I don't exactly remember. But here's the other thing: is like I don't think I ever told him because I was like I almost don't want to know.
Don't want to divulge it. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I do know, and I'm like, oh, I ruined it.
Yeah.
I mean, you almost hired me many years ago, so you could have easily found out.
Yeah, but back then I wasn't like, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to go look through somebody's personnel file to figure out how old they are.
I'm good. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm going to find your address and come see you tonight too.
But yeah, that was my trip to Epcot.
Sounds like a good one. Sounds like solid. Festival of the Arts is on.
It was solid experience.
Now you did have some other Epcot news, right? We got an announcement for Garden Rocks. That's Epcot, right?
Yes, Yes, that's the next festival.
So can we preview some of the artists that are going to be there?
Yeah. So this begins March 5th.
Okay, so that's not that far away. It's like a month away, basically.
Yeah, it's this is the Flower and Garden, right?
Yes, this is Flower and Garden.
Okay.
Yeah, because Figment goes through February 24th, so we got just about 3-ish weeks left of Figment's festival.
Okay.
Gets the shortest one. I'm not happy about that, but it is what it is.
Gets what he gets.
But March 5th through June 2nd is Flower and Garden. So we got at the America Gardens, March 5th through June 2nd. Do you want me to run through?
I would love it.
Tommy DiCarlo, the former lead singer of Boston.
Okay.
Air Supply, the 50th anniversary celebration.
Wow. Wonder how many original members are in that.
Blue October.
They're always there.
Rick Springfield.
Okay.
Herman's Hermits starring Pete Noon.
Didn't we listen to Herman's Hermits on the show one week, and I said it was just awful, just like god-awful, terrible, and it was one of the worst music I've ever heard.
Correct.
I don't think so.
38 Special.
Okay.
Jason Sheff, the longtime singer of Chicago.
Okay. But this is not the guy, though. He's still not the guy. He's not the blonde-haired guy.
The orchestra, starring ELO and ELO Part 2 former members.
Okay. That's the Electric Light Orchestra. I don't know what members they have there, but okay.
Sugar Ray.
Yeah. Mark McGrath's back. He knows what's up.
Simple Plan.
Simple Plan.
Who just got announced for Warped Tour.
They've done this a few times, right? Simple Plan?
They have.
They do this every year.
They know what's good.
Jody Messina.
Okay, pop artist.
Mike Juice. I don't know.
I don't know that one.
A Flock of Seagulls.
Oh, yeah, those guys were from here for a while.
Taylor Dane.
Okay.
98 Degrees.
Like all of them? Like Nick Lachey? That was Nick Lachey, right?
Nick Andrew Lachey.
Do you think he'll be there, Nick Lachey?
I mean, he's part of the
He
group.
was there the last time they played.
I never know. Okay.
Yeah, you know who's not there? Jessica Simpson. You know why? They're not married.
Yeah, I know. But he married that other girl.
Vanessa
Marcel?
Manillo.
Marcel?
No.
Manila?
Yeah.
Not
I think
Marcel?
no, you're thinking of who Johnny Depp was married to.
Okay, fair enough.
Plain White Tees, John Cicada, Maverick City Music, new.
Okay.
The Spinners, the Pointer Sisters, the
Okay.
Outlaws, also new. Don Felder, formerly of the Eagles.
Yeah, one guy.
And then two final new acts, Cat Empire and We the Kingdom.
I don't know either of those ones.
Neither do I.
I would know like We the Kings, but
Me too, yeah.
We the Kingdom is like, I feel like they had to come after We the Kings.
Yeah, We the Kingdom is like or We the Kings are like local.
Okay.
Yeah, the lead singer like lives here in
All
Winter
right.
Park.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's all going on for Garden Rocks.
Yeah. And you hear these names, but like we did it. I think you weren't there that week, Jimmy. We kind of went through a lot of these artists. We're like, oh wow, they did this and they did this, and some of them were like a really big deal, and other ones were like, okay.
Air Supply, 50th anniversary.
Yeah, I couldn't name an Air Supply song, but I bet you if we found one and be like, oh, that's them. Okay.
Is there a chance one of them's on an oxygen tank?
I mean, yes.
You absolutely know an Air Supply song.
I guarantee you I do. I just couldn't name it.
I'm all out of love.
Oh, we did them when we did it. Okay. Okay,
I'm
we did
so
do that
lost
when
without
I guess they were on that other music festival we
Deadpool, man.
talked about too. We went through a lot of these same bands when we did the preview.
And it's Vanessa Manillo is who.
No, okay.
Yes.
All right. Guess I had Johnny Depp's wife in there.
Yep. Should we talk about the really big news that I dropped on you guys earlier today?
This was devastating to me.
To you, mainly.
This was devastating to me.
So there is a report from TheWrap.com.
The Wrap. They got this.
Which is like a well-known like Hollywood trade publication, that Disney's $1 billion Star Wars hotel to be converted to office space.
No. We never got to stay there.
Now, my question for you.
They could have reopened it and let us stay there.
How, like, obviously they're going to have to do some renovations.
Why? Don't. Leave it the way it is.
They got nap pods for
Yeah.
sure.
I just want them to keep it intact as much as possible.
My heart hurts so much for this one. They could have reopened it and charged like $200 a night and had the place booked solid forever.
It will be converted into offices for Walt Disney Imagineering.
I'm so sad about that.
Look, it makes sense. They're building all these new parks and like new rides and stuff. It makes sense to have an office right there close on property.
Is that the greatest failure of Disney's history? Is that it? The Starship Cruiser, $1 billion on that, and just to close it.
I don't
less
know.
than a year later.
I'd have to look at how much they lost on ESPN The Phone.
Oh, there was an ESPN The Phone?
Yeah.
Like, I know there was an island. There's a story about a famous Disney island. They tried to, do it as a cruise, and it was not deep enough, so they kept trying to dredge it. And every time they dredged it, the sand just came back, so then they just gave up and left everything behind on the island.
Yeah.
But that probably was very costly, but I don't know if it was $1 billion.
Yeah, they did an ESPN Phone, which didn't.
So like an iPhone or a
Well, this was in the
Google?
Motorola Razr days.
Okay.
So like flip phone era.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprised iHeart didn't do a phone back then. We were trying to do everything else.
I mean, if you look at the history of any company, they all have their swings and misses. I mean,
This is a pretty big miss.
But I mean, if you look at Disney animation in like the late 70s, early 80s, it was very much a down period. They made a whole bunch of like animated and live action movies that just didn't work.
Mm-hmm. I find this one is so perplexing to me because it is something that so many people so deeply wanted, yet they just charge so much no regular person could go, and they're like, all right, well, you know what, if you guys aren't going to pay all this, we're just going to close it, and nobody gets to play
That's
with
the
our
thing.
toy. Nobody
gets it. They never tried pivoting to see how they could make it work.
I mean, they would have had, I mean, it's not that big. They would have had a waiting list for like years, but I mean, I guarantee if it was affordable for like a regular person to go, people would have gone. They could have backed up on all the entertainment and the live interaction and just made it a cool hotel.
Absolutely. Very quickly, some other news items. We now have a closing date for MuppetVision 3D.
Okay.
June 7th.
Wow, that's not that far off.
Melrose Restaurant Italiano will close May 10th.
That's the family style one, right?
That's the family style one. So MuppetVision 3D and Pizza Rizzo, though, will close. Their last day to experience will be June 7th.
Think I'll be able to get that big monster costume in the discount store?
No, Disney has since said they're going to figure out a way to preserve the legacy of MuppetVision 3D.
That'll just be a plaque. Put a plaque in the bathroom.
No, they said there was a way that you would still be able to enjoy it.
Okay.
Now, does that mean they put it on Disney Plus? Or what I think they really should do is if you either move it to this villain stage after that, because it's going to be right next to Rock and Roller Coaster, which the Muppets are taking over, or you just do a swap of MuppetVision 3D in the Monsters, Inc. laugh floor.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because Monsters, Inc. is going where MuppetVision is in that area. Like,
yeah.
And it kind of sticks out a little bit being where it is now at Magic Kingdom.
Maybe this is why they have to have the Imagineers move into the Galactic
figure all this out.
Starcruiser to figure this out. Where are we moving what to?
Possibly. Other very quickly news, Disney said they're going to do a $3 billion increase in their capital expenditures to $8 billion in total for 2025.
Okay, so we're getting some new stuff.
I mean, or they're just going to maybe fast track some stuff to get things done a little bit quickly.
We're going to get 8 new Galactic Starcruisers.
Just give me a regular queue for it, and I'll buy an annual pass again.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the only way to get in, virtual queue.
Oh,
And you got to eat an escargot with snail in it.
Yes.
that's disgusting.
Also, summer 2025, we're getting the Villain Show at Hollywood Studios. We're getting a new Little Mermaid show in the summer. Probably sometime in the summer, Rock and Roller Coaster will
Reopen with a new imagination. It's going to be all new.
Well, at some point we're gonna get it rethemed.
Oh, so we're
just
not
don't know
ready
when
to
that's
retheme it yet.
Not yet.
Oh, we haven't decided that yet.
And there's a rumor that Bluey will be making an appearance at Walt Disney World sometime this year.
I could see that. That thing's pretty big, right?
It's like the most popular children's show in the world.
Okay.
Have you ever watched it?
No. I'll tell you what. I'll watch Bluey if you watch Banshee.
Well, one is like a heartwarming thing, and the other's not.
No, it's not at all. But you said my Banshee guy's going to get a Star Wars movie. So
Well, everyone gets a Star Wars movie, then 6 months later they lose the Star Wars movie.
It might just need to dust up on him, you know?
And very quickly, MegaCon is a week from...
That's right.
Yep.
I mean, MegaCon is right around the corner. And they have a huge lineup of people coming this year.
Yeah, Jude Law, Millie Bobby Brown, Mel Gibson, Ron Howard, Bryce Dallas Howard, Clint Howard.
That's a lot of Howards.
Almost every person that's played Superman is going to be there.
Unfortunately, not the one that everybody wants.
Christopher Reeve?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's dead,
He has
so he
unfortunately
Well,
passed away.
so is George Reeves. So.
And so is George Reeve.
Okay, yeah.
But Nicholas Hoult, the new Lex Luthor, will be there.
Okay. I mean, it's a big crowd this year. So, I mean, they've got some really good stuff.
Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue's going to be there.
Yeah, 'cause she's in Karate Kid.
Yeah. She was in The Boys and a number of other things.
Marina Baccarin is going to be there.
Oh, I like her. She's in Deadpool and many other
see
things.
Vanessa.
Tim Daly, Dean Cain.
Dean Cain, former Superman himself.
Yes. So yeah, everyone's going to be there.
Okay. Yeah. So a week from this weekend.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And also the little elephant guy from Skeleton Crew. The kids from Skeleton Crew.
The entire cast of
Yes.
Skeleton Crew, pretty much.
Okay.
And I believe it's what's his name's first ever appearance at a convention, Jude Law.
Oh, nice. Well, we will be featuring all that on social media throughout that weekend. So, Scott, if people want to follow us on social media to get all the recap and things happening, where can they go?
You can follow us on Twitter at Theme Park Show, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads at the Theme Park Podcast. You can watch at themeparkyoutube.com.
And the show comes to you live from the Lauren Campbell Realtor.com Tebow Gazebo Studios. For Jimmy D, for Scott Harris, I am Dickerman. Until next week, we will see you out at the parks.
This has been the Theme Park Podcast. Follow the show on Facebook and Instagram at the Theme Park Podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, check out the themeparkpodcast.com, the iHeartRadio app, or Apple Podcasts.